What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. League of Legends has a pretty big history of being a buggy game throughout the years. Apart from Elise and Kha'Zix, there were a large amount of really overpowered bugs. I'm talking about the kind of bugs that would win games all alone by themselves. There's quite a few, so I only took the top 20 that have videos of them occurring, so I'm sure there's some that I missed. And keep in mind, I chose to classify exploits to be the same thing as bugs just for the purposes of this video. Anyways, welcome to part 2 of the top 20 overpowered bugs in League of Legends history. Let's get started. For number 10, we're starting to get into the really game-breaking bugs, and we have the bug with Sivir's Ricochet. If you had two targets standing on top of each other, the Ricochet would bug out and bounce an infinite number of times, causing you to insta-kill both targets. Next off with number 9 we have the Fiddlesticks insta-kill bug. It was a little bit easier to reproduce than the Sivir bug at the time, but she could throw out a dark wind and it would bug out and, like Sivir's Ricochet, bounce an infinite number of times for an insta-kill on the target. It's quite similar to the Sivir bug and once again led to some pretty hilarious moments. At number 8, we have Tower Defense Azir. I know I say League of Legends is an objective-focused game, but it's kind of hard to play like that when Azir is spamming infinite turrets at will at any point and click spot on the entire map. Some one-sided gameplay and crazy moments definitely came out of this one, and overall led to a pretty crazy game state. For number 7, we have a really well-known exploit that involved changing the game files involving the masteries and allowed you to have 100% cooldown reduction on your summoner spells. This exploit really exploded at the time and led to some crazy videos of people flashing all over the place. Multiple people who abused this got banned really quickly, and it was pretty quickly hotfixed as well, but not before we got to see some of those pretty sweet videos. Next up, we're going to have some ridiculous insta-kill bugs. For number 6, it's actually the really recent Cinderhulk bug on the PBE that would cause the item for the passive to activate about 30 to 40 times every second, allowing you to pretty much insta-kill anyone by just walking up to them. You didn't even have to do anything, you just build super tanky and kind of just run around and the game would be easy wins. I imagine it would have been pretty scary to have an insta-kill sign running at you, so it had to have led to some crazy moments. For number 5, we have the Ryze insta-kill bug, where his Essence Flux would bounce an infinite number of times to all targets, and so he could easily area of effect insta-kill opponents with pretty low cooldowns too. With some range and ease of use, this one takes a spot above the other insta-kill bugs. And for number 4, we have our last insta-kill bug, which was the exploit involving Blade of the Ruined King. It allowed you to infinitely cast Blade of the Ruined King's active on 0 cooldown, so you could bind a macro to make it cast like say 100 times, and then you could just walk up to anyone, press one button, and you would just insta-kill them. Next up we have some invincibility bugs, and so taking home the bronze we have the Yorick Infinite Death bug. It caused Yorick to stay at about 1 HP constantly and get killed an infinite number of times without actually dying. This bug essentially made you invincible, and you could just run around and do anything you want. It was a little bit more finicky than some of the other invincibility bugs, so it takes home the bronze. At number 2 we have a collection of what were essentially pure invincibility bugs. It was mainly producible with Karthus, and it caused you to be completely invincible to everything. I never thought Karthus passive being so useless could be so overpowered. You would literally just run around and do whatever you want, and if you were really wanting to win the game, you could just go take all the towers and win the game. This bug made pretty much everything one-sided and unfun for all of those involved, but you have to admit, it was pretty crazy and overpowered. And taking home the gold medal, we have the untargetable bugs, where a champion would become completely untargetable to everything, essentially making them invincible once again. This takes the top spot over the other invincibility bugs since it was a little bit more common and occurred on multiple champions as well, most notably Katarina, Ziggs, and Maokai. Seriously, just anything that makes you invincible is just so insane, and it makes the game totally unlosable, and you could really just steamroll the entire enemy team in 1v5 in the fountain. So you have to admit it's pretty crazy and has led to some amazing moments. at least for those not on the receiving end. Anyways, that just about wraps up my list. If you missed part 1, there will be an annotation for you to check out. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on the top 10 overpowered bugs in League of Legends history. Hey guys, it's me, Jeremy. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, definitely make sure to hit that like button so I can tell, and if you're interested, definitely check me out on all the socials, of which you can see over there. And if you really enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future, as well as you can check out some of my other videos up here and over there. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.